So videos like this, I don't enjoy making. I don't enjoy making something where I can physically feel myself be either angry, frustrated, concerned, all of the above. And this is something that I genuinely just despise making because of how angry it actually makes me. However, I did promise a very long time ago to keep you guys as updated as possible in regards to anything related to the new Bioshock or Bioshock in general. And on August 1st, we actually got something. It's not good. I'm going to warn you that right now. And as you can probably tell, I've got frustration in my voice. So I promise to do this as professionally and as filtered as I possibly can. So let's see what we received on August 1st. Again, you can put this down in the comments below because I am beyond angry. I'm beyond frustrated. I'm beyond over it. But if you want to let me know what you think down in the comments, I would very much appreciate it. Now, let's get into this. So originally, the article that I was going to use within this video comes from Bloomberg, and I am not going to subscribe to a news service here in 2025. That's just silly. So I'll actually take an article over from IGN. However, if you have Bloomberg or if you want to check out that article for yourself, I'll leave both articles down in the description below, along with the screenshot of the tweet that you'll see on the screen now. So this is going to cover three different things. First and foremost, the rumor of the last couple of months is that Bioshock 1 was actually getting a full-on remake. And as you can see on the screen, this remake was in development. However, this has been shelved indefinitely. What's the polite way to put it? Or what I should say is, what's the blunt way to interpret that? The Bioshock remake is dead. That's it. It got canned, it got canceled, it's done. We're not getting a remake. Okay, I can understand why. I'm not angry at that fact, though it would have been nice to have so I can make additional content for you guys and have additional streams for you guys as well, but I can let this one slide. The second one, Bioshock 4 failed a publisher review, and this is a 2K review. I'm not too sure if Take-Two was involved with this review as well, but nonetheless, 2K was, and that is one of the more important publishers during this whole process. So, they failed the review, and apparently what Cloud Chamber had at the time just wasn't very good. So, what did that lead to? This is leading to a narrative overhaul and leadership change. So I would imagine, and I'm not sure if it's been updated on her LinkedIn or anything like that as of recent, but the former, or at least the current head of Cloud Chamber Studios, that being Kelly Gilmore, might be on the way out. Now, again, I don't know what to think of this. I can understand, again, wanting to take time to develop this game, as it's been now currently over 12 years since we've had our last Bioshock, which is still absolutely mind-blowing. The thing that I can't get over, and the thing that genuinely pisses me off, is the fact that this new game was announced all the way back in 2019. We heard about the opening of a brand new studio. We've got the confirmation of a brand new Bioshock game, and then nothing. Absolutely nothing for almost 6 entire years now. Let that sink in, and let me also reiterate that. Since 2019, when this game and this studio was announced, we have heard nothing from either one. Cloud Chamber, radio silent. There is no way to contact them in terms of a social media, an email, nothing. You can go to their website. Again, There's nothing. There's no way to contact people like Kelly Gilmore. I've tried multiple times. She's either read the messages or just outright ignored them. Again, I completely understand that. I'm a nobody here. But it still would be nice if the development studio, along with the community managers of that development studio, if they would reach out to the community. That way, build a relationship with previous fans moving into this next game. Because a lot of us are familiar with Ken Levine's Bioshock, as well as 2K Marin's Bioshock, that being Bioshock 2. And if I pronounce that wrong, I'm sorry. You can correct me in the comments. You can yell at me down there. I promise it's okay. I don't mean to mispronounce Marin or Marin, however it is pronounced. Like I said, though, the thing that genuinely pisses me off is just the radio silence. If you knew there was going to be a lot of problems like this moving forward, or if there just wasn't anything to talk about, why announce it all the way back then? Why not wait a while and then, boom, drop an announcement at one of the game shows? Whether that's the Game Awards in December, whether that's Summer Games Fest, there would have been much more appropriate times to actually announce the game rather than just randomly on Twitter. So, sorry for the rant, but this is so frustrating to me as someone who covers this game for a living, or this franchise for a living, and we've been waiting for this new game ever since the announcement back in 2019. Now let's move on to the third and final bullet point here, and we'll move on to the short article on IGN.com. Now, the last biggest thing that bothers me is this final bullet point here, and this is cause for concern. So, the game has been in development for over a decade. So I want to take you back now, a decade ago, roughly. So we'll say about 2013, 2014. This is legitimately right after Bioshock Infinite and right after Burial at Sea Episode 1 and 2. So they've had all of that time to try and write a story, try and come up with the characters, the setting, the overall plot of the story, and yet nothing. Absolutely nothing. We wait from 2014, 5 years, to 2019. We finally get confirmation that there will be a new Bioshock game with a brand new studio. And then, as I mentioned earlier, radio silence. We have radio silence from Cloud Chamber Studios, who I wish would still be able to reach out to me, or I could reach out to them just to sit down, talk, and get some general information to be able to share with you guys. But unfortunately, that's not the case. We haven't heard anything really from 2K. Again, I wish I knew the appropriate people to reach out and contact, but I don't. And likewise, I wish the appropriate people would possibly reach out here. So again, I can share information with you guys about the next game, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Likewise with Take-Two Interactive. So I apologize for this video. I apologize for the ranting, but as of right now, I'm just mentally checking out of the new game. It'll happen when it happens. It'll be released when it's released. But as of right now, I'm just not going to give it too much thought anymore. If an article comes up like this, where we're actually getting solid, concrete information, I'll report it to you guys. But if it's one of those random articles that I like to pick fun at every now and then, I think I'm just going to bypass those. I want to focus on better content moving forward, and I hope you guys can understand that. Now let's get into the quick article, and then I promise I have one last thing to talk about before the end of the video. So please stay tuned for that. I would very much appreciate it. So this IGN article is essentially the SparkNotes version of the Bloomberg article, except we're not getting hit with a paywall and we get to read the IGN one instead. So thanks IGN. I appreciate you. For once. Bioshock 4 is currently undergoing a bit of a development overhaul after it recently failed a review by 2K Games executives, according to a new report from Bloomberg. Per the report, the new Bioshock game, which has been in development for the last decade, was criticized by executives, especially for issues within its narrative. The studio will allegedly work to overhaul the story in the coming months. That's worrisome because we're either in development hell or we're just not going to get the game, and neither one of those are preferred in my personal opinion, but hey, that's out of my control. Bioshock 4's struggles have also apparently resulted in the removal of Kelly Gilmore, who was the head of Cloud Chamber Studios, and the shifting of creative director Hogarth de la Plante into a publishing role. Employees were told in a recent all hands that the company needs to become, quote, more agile and efficient, per Bloomberg's report, which has some workers afraid layoffs may be on the horizon. 2K confirmed Gilmore and De La Plante's role changes to Bloomberg and shared the following statement. We are hard at work to set Bioshock up for the best possible future. Right now, we have a good game, but we are committed to delivering a great one. We are working closely with leadership at the studio to define this path. Bloomberg's report also revealed that a Bioshock 1 remake was in development at 2K, but was canceled earlier this year. So essentially, the rest of the article is just rehashing a lot of old information, and I'm not going to make you sit through that. So again, this article, the tweet along with the Bloomberg article will be linked down in the description. Now, one last thing before I go, and I will let you guys go for the rest of the day and night. Now, this last one is going to be a little bit more of a personal thing that I'm going to ask you. So, in the meantime of waiting for information, and by that I mean official information from either 2K, Take-Two, or Cloud Chamber about the next Bioshock, about the Bioshock movie, etc., I'm going to be taking advantage of my second channel quite frequently. So, if you guys are interested in stuff like Platinum Trophy videos, 100%ing games, possible funny moments videos in terms of me trying to play Elden Ring for the first time, I would highly implore you to go down in the description below, click the link to my second channel, and be sure to subscribe over there. The first video will be coming up here shortly, and I hope you're gonna enjoy that one. So, that's about it. If you guys wouldn't mind, would you kindly subscribe to the second channel? I would very, very, very much appreciate that. Thank you guys. So friends, thank you all so very much for watching today's video, although it is unfortunately shit news that I had to deliver to you guys. So hopefully I don't have to do this anymore anytime soon. But nonetheless, I appreciate you watching. If you're new here or have recently returned to a video and are not subscribed, would you kindly do so by hitting that subscribe button, and feel free to drop a like on the video. Both are incredible ways to help the channel grow. If you want to stay up to date with me outside of YouTube, the best way to do so is either my social media or my Discord server, the links to which will be down in the description below, along with me pinning the Discord invite within the comments section below. So, would you kindly join that? You are more than welcome. If you want to check out a couple of other videos that are worth watching, I would highly recommend either clicking the one on the left side of the screen or the right side of the screen. It's totally up to you, but I know you're going to enjoy those videos. And with that being said, thank you all so much, very, very much again, for watching today's video. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys in the next one. Take it easy, everybody.